Well, you may remember somebody gave me this. You know, that's got to be a early 2000s weed eater, and I put a new carburetor in it, ran it all last year and running it this year. And I did find though that this trimmer head must be wrong. This is a 2-string trimmer head, and it hasn't ran right since I started using it. But today one of the reels ran out first, so I still had some string on the second one, and it ran so much better. So I'm just going to run one string. I remember back in the early 2000s I had one of these, and they only had one string, so that must be an adaptation or an aftermarket product somebody bought. But tomorrow I'll cut the grass, but today I got all the trimming done. And but I wanted to get, it's cold today. It was 39 degrees when I woke up. It's May 1st and 39 degrees. So this will stunt the grass. It won't grow very fast. It's gonna be cold like this for a week or two. I mean, May 1st I'm wearing a coat. But that's okay. I think July 4th last year, July something, I had to wear a coat too. This weather is global freezing. So then yesterday I took you down in the woods and I showed you that there was a tree down that I cut down back in March, and I've been meaning to get it cut up. My plan is to run 1 tank of gasoline at a time to cut that up. So today I went down there. I'll go down there and show you here in a minute. I went down there today and cut 1 tank full. Well, maybe it was 2 years ago. I guess it was 2 years ago. This thing was completely garbage. So I bought a new engine for it, and I think it was like $30 or something like that, $38, $40 for a new engine. The first one I bought, there was something wrong with it. Well, no, the first one I bought, I tried to rebuild kit is what it was, and that didn't work. But then I bought the engine, aftermarket engine, 40 bucks or 38 bucks. New carburetor, aftermarket. New ignition coil, aftermarket. New bar, aftermarket. The only thing that's original on this is the body. Everything else is completely aftermarket. So this thing runs great. People say don't buy aftermarket, don't buy off of the China stuff from Amazon. It really does a neat job. I really like it. So, and I learned a lot doing it. I'm glad I did it. Ticks are bad. I went down here today and I'm just covered in ticks. I took a shower to kind of wash them off of me and still had ticks on me after the shower. So we'll come down here, show you that tree again. I can't believe how cold it is. No, I don't hear any mowers running. It's Saturday, nobody's cutting grass. Can't get out of winter. I think people just like me walking in the woods. So there's the tree. I got one limb over here cut. I'll take you down there, I'll show you. And started into a second one and I ran out of gas. And that's all I'm gonna do, just until I run out of gas. That keeps me, because I like to run the gas about once a month, or run the chainsaw once a month, just to get the gas through the carburetor so it doesn't sit there and rot that carburetor out. So since I got a tree to cut, I can run a tank of gas every month. Cut this tree. So I started into this limb, and what I was trying to do, normally I would start at front end, top end, and work my way back, but you know, that's just gonna be hard to climb in, so I was trying to work my way up. It's a little bit harder because it keeps falling down on you, but that's what I want. So harder to trim, but easier to walk, and it's safer doing it this way, even though it's more difficult to cut. If my father caught me doing this, he'd scold me because work top to bottom. But I just don't feel like tripping over all those branches and twigs. I feel like it's safer this way. And then, so I got that branch cut up. Yeah, that's what I was going to do with this one too, but I ran out of gas right here. I was going to get them both off of the main trunk. And then I got this limb cut all the way to the top. And I started at that end over there, so my dad would be proud. I started at the proper end. So, be nice to get this cleared out. That way I can have my path back. But it's going to take some time. The path, let's see, can't even hardly tell where the path is. Yeah, the path is right here. And where is it? Yeah, it's right here. Because I like taking my lawnmower around here. Kind of fun. But that's where the tree came from. You may remember I cut this down in March. It was a pretty good watched video actually. So I don't know. That's going to be a third of a cord. So 2 more trees. I don't know. It might be a little bit more than a third. So that's a third of a winter. And the thing is I don't want to run out of firewood and then have to struggle to find more firewood. So, you know, cut down a tree or 2 each year and just work it real slow. That way I'm not just... When we moved here, we were rushed trying to get enough firewood. And we're picking up all the free firewood we could find on Facebook Marketplace. But you get a place and it was on a mountain and you had to... 2 logs up the hill, walk back down. 2 logs up the hill, walk back down. That was miserable. I wonder if he'd let me have that tree. Is that a dead tree? Let's go over here, see if he let me have this. I bet that's a dead tree. And I hate walking in all this because I pick up ticks. I think that's a dead tree. Yep. He'd let me have that one. So I'm gonna let him know that there's a dead tree there on the fence line. I bet he lets me have that. That'd be nice. Anyway, so, you know, I don't want to have to rush around trying to get firewood. And so, if I can get a, you know, logger or a half a cord to a cord each year, you know, that slows down the rate that we have on our stockpile. We only got about 6 years left, 5 years left on our stockpile of firewood. So, if I can get a tree or 2 each year, then, you know, I got 12 years of firewood. And I don't have to work that hard at it. I know my grandparents, they'd start in September and just beat themselves to death to get firewood. But I just can't imagine doing that. Of course, they had a whole house to heat. And I wouldn't do it. I would not heat a full-size house with a wood stove. I just wouldn't. That's just, it's insanity. I don't know why you would do it. I mean, they seem to enjoy it. They built their second log home, 2 stories with a basement, and they did the same thing. Of course, they had children. You know, my dad, Uncle Bob would come down every now and then, and they'd cut firewood, help cut firewood. They'd hire a crew to come help them the older they got. But yeah, I don't want to do that. If I can stick to a cord of wood a year, and the thing is, it's so cold this spring that I could be burning firewood still yet, but we aren't. We're using our camping stove to warm us up, and then we shut it off before, you know, any of the carbon monoxide alarms go off. So it's a little bit more propane usage, but we don't want to waste firewood if we don't have to. I can't believe how cold it is. I tell you, the deer are really trying to stay protected in these storms. I showed you this yesterday, but I think there's more down today. It's really grown up this year. I think it's thicker. The grass is thicker this year than previous years. I don't remember it ever being this green on the ground. It's really thick. Well, where are we at on time? Anyway, I guess we'll jump off here. That's 2 trips through the woods and 2 different videos, so that should make everybody happy. And people said I hadn't been in the woods in a while, which I guess I hadn't. I mean, in March I was cutting trees down, but I guess everybody likes the green stuff. It's just so dangerous to walk down here in the summertime and the spring. I mean, the ticks and the snakes, it's just not safe. So fall time is always better to walk through the woods. So I guess I'm going to jump off of here. So if you'll click this up next box, take the video of my other channel, I'd really appreciate it. Go check it out. So hope that I can inspire you. Take a walk in the woods so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.